Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Zaji and today I want to talk to you a little bit about some sewing things. In particular, I'm going to be sharing all the things that I made in November, or at least close to all the things that I made in November. I've got some of the things here to show you and I'm pretty excited about what I was able to get done this month. So if that sounds like something you'd like to hear about, then I encourage you to subscribe and continue watching. So this month was all about giving, and if you've seen on my channel thus far, I really only post about things that I've made for myself. And for the most part, I do sew mostly for myself, but this month I wanted to dedicate some time to making things for the other people in my family and love on them a little bit with some things that are mommy made. So I'm going to share some of those things with you today. I'll be sharing some of the things that I made for my daughter Nala, who's 2 years old. I'm going to share a sweater that I made for my husband, and also I'm going to share the things that I made for myself as well. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the sweater that I made for my husband. And at first, if you've seen this fabric before, it's because it was in my December plans video, which I will have linked so that you can see it on the screen. But I went ahead and cut into it in November because I really wanted him to wear the sweater to Thanksgiving. And so I made for him a different pattern than I originally thought. I made for him this, oh my god, why am I having a brain fart? This is Tyler pattern from Made for Mermaids. It is a pretty standard cut scoop neck shirt that I made with a thin sweater knit. I'll have a similar one linked down below, as well as any of the patterns and fabrics that I can find linked down below. But this pattern I feel like really fits my husband really well. I didn't make any adjustments. I just cut him a size extra large, the tall length on the sleeves and the shirt hem, and that seems to fit him pretty well. I know that their block for men's tall extra large, pretty much in any of the men's patterns they have, fit him extremely well, and he's really happy with the fit too. So I know that I'll be making another one of these Tyler patterns for him as well, but I thought this was such a cute sweater. And I was thinking, like, oh my god, does that look like a jail suit, like a jail stripe? I don't know. I think it looks cute, but I was starting to think, like, ooh, we just happened to see a picture of something like that on TV, like on a movie or something, and I was like, oh my god, is that the same pattern as your sweater? But anyway, I still think it's cute, and he really likes it a lot. The next thing, I guess I'll keep in the theme with Thanksgiving things. It'll be just a short little sip because I didn't make anything new for myself for Thanksgiving, but I made my daughter this dress. I'm going to have pictures of it as well on the screen, and maybe that video that I took of my daughter. But this is it in the true colors. I love it. And it just has like cute little, oh my god, I'm going the wrong way. It has little turkeys, and it has little, oh my god, I'm doing a terrible job of showing this. Let's see if I can spread it out more. There we go. So it has little pumpkins and turkeys and flower and sunflowers, obviously. we all know that I am obsessed with sunflowers, so of course it has sunflowers on it. But I made this for my daughter. I let her try it on the night before Thanksgiving, and she was like, not trying to let me take it off, but I ended up changing this pattern around. It is the little Lizard King Woodland Belle dress. I'm not 100% sure if they still sell this design. I bought it a while ago, but I added a little bit of a trim to the waistline, just a little bit of a what would you call this? Trim, cotton trim, little lace trim on there, and I thought that was so adorable. She really liked it. I ended up only having to take but I took like 2 inches off of the sleeve because my daughter fits into the size 2 on her chest and her body, but her arms and legs are a little bit on the shorter side. So I took a little bit off on the sleeves for that, and she looked so sweet, and I loved how easy this dress was for her to wear. The sleeves weren't too long that it was getting into anything while she was eating or playing, and the dress skirt also wasn't too long. She was able to do everything she normally does as a little 2-year-old, and she had no problems there whatsoever. The next thing that I made, well, not the next thing, but another thing that I made in December was my 9-1, ooh, oh my gosh, I always forget. 9185. I made 9185. I have a video on this, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail on this pattern, but I will have it linked for you and also down below so you can take a look at it. It was so beautiful. I got to take a picture in the beautiful snow that we had. It was amazing. I love that pattern so much. I still think it's so chic and so just, oh, I love. I have the pants here. They are not ironed. These are fresh out of the washing machine. But over time, the pants fabric has gotten even softer, which is not like soft like a sweater, because obviously this is still a woven, but it's softer in the sense that it's not as stiff. It flows just that little bit more every time that I wash this, these pants, and also the top is in here too. These are all terrible to show you just like holding them up, so I will have pictures in here hopefully so that you can see what the heck is going on here. So the next pattern I'm going to talk about is the puff sleeve top, the puff sleeve bodysuits that I made from Ellie and Mac. You all loved that pattern, and I was so happy to be able to test it because I saw the samples when they were running the test and I was like, yep, count me in. I need that 100%. My wardrobe needs that so bad. So I went ahead and made 2 of those. The one that you see that has the zipper with the watercolor florals on it was a preliminary design. They ended up changing the pattern to not have the zipper anymore, but I love the zipper feature. I think it looks so cute. I prefer it zipped up just because I'm always cold. Girl, why do I have a turtleneck if I can't? I mean, I can unzip it if I want, and I think it would be super cute to be just unzipped and have like some jeans on. Girl, that would be so cute. But also, I really love the fact that I had made it with the gray too, because the gray goes with a lot more than the watercolor florals do. As you can see, it goes with this other skirt, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. But yes, you all love puff sleeves. And speaking of puff sleeves, I'm going to talk about another pattern that I tested that I did make 2 of, and that is going to be the pepper top from Made for Mermaids. So I will have that link down below for you, but also look at how cute and adorable my daughter is in hers. So I have hers here, but I don't have mine because honestly, I think it's in the wash. Oh my god, it's so small. She's so wee. But it has the puff sleeves, and hers has a, well, both of ours is the version that has the long cuff with long sleeves and the mock turtleneck and a high hip hem. I love this top, and it is definitely one that I think would be flattering on so many different body types. It is super flattering on little ones, but it's super flattering on adults too. This is my version. I made mine with a black rib knit that is sheer, and you can see it in all its sheer glory right here, and I absolutely am living for this pattern. I think it looks so beautiful, and not only that, it's actually incredibly wearable with really anything. You can wear it with jeans, with a skirt, you could wear it with you could wear it under a jumper or something like that, a jumper dress or overalls or something, and I think it'd be so cute. I think the potential for this with layering is just amazing. So I really loved being able to test this pattern. Okay, and also this month I made a couple of jumper dresses for my daughter. So I'll share the one that's already been shared, and this is it here. It looks beat up because, girl, she took it to because she took it with her to school, and so it got sucked on and played in and everything. So I'll show you what it looks like in real life, but I'll also have the pictures up on the screen for you so that you can see what it looks like when it's not this rough looking. But yes, I made the Juniper jumper for Made for Mermaids for her. I think it is such an adorable pattern. It has so many different variations on there. I really like the gathered version just because I think it's so sweet for her at this age. I love it so much that I also made it in leopard print. This one is dirty, excuse us. But I just grabbed it. It's going to be washed today. I'll show you the back because they're the same on the front and the back. So there we go. So I made this for her with a corduroy that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's not a stretch corduroy, but I just cut the bodice on the bias so that it did have enough stretch to get over her head. I don't have any pictures of her in that one just yet because I did let her wear it to school before I got pictures, and that was a mistake. This month I also did make another thing for my daughter. It was a puffer jacket, and it is the preliminary version. So I talked about this puffer jacket in my December plans video, so you have already seen it, but it is a yellow puffer jacket that I made for my daughter. And I'm not sure if I'm going to make a video talking about how I made this pattern because it isn't specifically from a pattern. It's something that I've kind of just adapted to work to be a puffer coat. Ish. I still have some tweaks that I want to make to it, but this is what it looks like right now. I'm going to make another version. It's not a right now thing, but I'm going to make her another version, and I was thinking that I wanted to do something that would be maybe as bright, but maybe not yellow. But I do love it. She loves this coat. It's so warm in there. My daughter stays very toasty in this coat. It is, as you can see, very puffy. She, you know, is always like, I want to put on my coat. I want to put on my coat. Every time we're getting dressed, even if we're just going to be in the house that day, I want to put on my coat. I want to put on my coat. And so I was really happy to make that for her. And her little face lighting up was just the best thing ever. But she loves yellow. I love yellow. Everyone was happy with the coat. I did some pretty cute stitching and things on it. I really love the quilting that I did for this coat, and I really think that's a design feature that I am going to keep for her final version. But this was just basically the muslin. I do hope to make her another version of this coat soon. Another thing that I made this month is the cardigan that I talked about in my November plans video, which I also have a video up for, so I won't go into a whole lot of detail in this video, so I'll have that linked up above and also down below for you. I made Calliope cardigan for Nala as well. I seem to have made a lot of things for Nala. I do make a lot of things for Nala, that's for sure. But this month I definitely made a lot more, and I shared a lot with you all. But I made the Calliope cardigan. I was a part of the testing for that pattern as well, and I made this beautiful coral version, and she's so cute in it. Isn't she so cute? She wore it to school today, so I don't have that with me, but I did make this cardigan in a size 2T, and I think it fits her perfectly. I honestly want to make her another version in something that's just a hair thicker than that version, because that one is made with just a rayon spandex, so it's a nice little extra layer, but I want something that's going to pack a little bit more warmth. So I've got some sweater knit here that I do plan on making her a version out of with. I don't know if those words went together to make a real sentence, but I hope that you understand what I was saying. Another thing that I made this month was Simplicity 9019, and I'm actually going to go grab that top real fast. So I made 9019, I probably just said that. And, ooh, this is the back. It is the most fluffiest, sunfloweriest sweater ever. And it has the matching kanga pocket. Ooh, the matching kangaroo pocket. I saw this pattern and I've owned it for a long time, and I decided I was going to make a bunch of these this summer. It's not summer, this winter, and I do have 2 more versions of this pattern cut out, but I made one in November, and I I love the sunflowers. When I saw this fabric at Joann's, I instantly threw it into my basket to be cut, because what? Can you imagine me not making something with this sunflower fabric? I mean, come on. This is an anti-pill fleece. This is the snuggle kind or cuddle kind, something like that, or plush kind, something like that. So it's got a little bit higher of a pile to the fleece, so it just feels a lot more snuggly, and oh my god, is it snuggly. This outfit is so warm. I can actually wear it like outside. I wore this outfit outside my house, but just when we were hanging up lights, or the start of us hanging up lights last weekend, and I was so warm. So super warm. The pants plus the top, I decided to go ahead and make Nala some little fleece pants as well. Not with this sunflower fabric, but with the green fabric, which is with her at school. We have, I send those with her just in case it gets cold and they're playing outside. She's able to just throw those on, and they add so much warmth. I'm sure you know that fleece is warm, but I made a couple pairs of those. So let me grab those so you can see them. So this is kind of a sneak peek of what other colors of that 9019 I'm going to be making. But I made her just some little fleece pants. These are her little blizzard pants is what I'm calling them, because these are all made with blizzard fleece, and I'm making them, I made 3 pairs. I made some in the olive color that, in this olive color for her, and those are the ones that are at school, but I made them in this kind of peachy shade, and then also in a like aqua mint color. And if you know me, this plus the olive are the only colors that I know, apparently. So I made her a couple of those, just whip them up so that she'd have some of those for when it gets colder. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about is actually not those pants. It is this beautiful skirt. I'm going to try to scooch. So this is the top and my favorite detail. So this is just a work in progress, but I thought I'd share it in this video anyway because I am obsessed with this skirt. I know you're seeing basically nothing of this skirt, but this detail right here was something that really drew me to this pattern and was a part of my November plans. And I did want to say that I did get really close to making everything I wanted. I obviously spent time working on other things for my family, so I didn't make as many of the things in my November plans as I wanted to, but I did make that set, which was technically loungewear, but I didn't make 9020, which is what I originally had planned to make, but I did make 9019 because I had a lot of those cut out. But the skirt, I decided not to make sheer skirt first. I am still thinking that I will make sheer skirt at some point, but I'm looking into making something just a little bit more warm because the sheer skirt is not very long. So I did go ahead and make this is Simplicity 8743, I believe. And so I made it in flannel, and I will have more details about this skirt coming up soon as I finish it. Everything is done besides the clasps on the side, or hook and bar on the side, that's the closure, and the hem on this skirt, because I am trying to let it drop and see if it will. I'm not sure if flannel will drop on the bias, but it could, and I want to be prepared because there is quite a lot of areas of this skirt that are on the bias, so I want it to drop out if it will. So this is the second day now that it's been hanging, and I think tomorrow I'll go ahead and work on the hem. But yes, that's everything. Me and my girl here. That's everything that I have for this plans video. Let me know what you've made in November and what plans you have for the next month. What makes did you get done? Leave those down below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the fact that you took the time to see me talk about what I made this month, and I look forward to telling you more about what I made next month. Alrighty, Have a good day. Bye-bye.